Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house. I'm so glad you came. It is approaching fall. I love fall. You know that's my most favorite time of the year. A lot of good things happened in fall for me, and I love this time of year. I love the weather most of all. But since it is my most favorite time of the year, I thought I'd kick it off with cooking something using my most favorite ingredient, fall ingredient, pumpkin. You know how I like pumpkin. Pumpkin has so much nutritional value, and I enjoy cooking with it. So I'm going to make us some brown butter oatmeal pumpkin cookies. Really healthy, full of sugar, all the good stuff. Cooking. Y'all stay with me. Let's get our aprons on and let's get to cook. Here are the ingredients for brown butter pumpkin oatmeal cookies. 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of oatmeal, 1 2/3 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 1/2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and 1 egg yolk, along with 1 cup of pumpkin and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we'll start this process by browning our butter. I'm going to take my 2 sticks of butter and put it in a heavy bottom saucepan over a medium-high heat. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to brown butter, but you want to be very careful with it and keep your eye on it because you don't want to burn your butter. You want it to have that good smoky flavor of the browning, but you don't want to burn it. So while our butter is browning, let's go ahead and mix together the dry ingredients. Because once we get our butter browned, we'll be able to add that to the sugar, and then we'll add the dry ingredients to that. So let's get that all done. Now we'll just whisk this together to make sure that it is all incorporated. Okay, so let's get back to the butter. It is browned. You see how it has a nice brown hue underneath that foam? And that foam will go away in just a minute once I let it sit to the side. But it is nicely browned and it smells wonderful. Okay, so I've set my brown butter off to the side to let it cool a little bit. While I do that, I've measured out my brown sugar and my white sugar. I'm going to pour 1/4 cup of browned butter off to the side. Easy for me to say. Brown butter off to the side because I'll use that for my frosting for the cookies later. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and get all the goodness of this brown butter into the sugar mixture. Now that we've creamed the butter and sugar together, I've set that to the side and I'm going to get my pumpkin out. We want to get as much of the liquid out of the pumpkin as we can. I'm putting it in this tea towel. I didn't have any cheesecloth, so I'm putting it in the tea towel and I'm squeezing it so that I can get all the juice out. Look at the juice coming out of the pumpkin. I did a whole series of pumpkin recipes last year on my channel, and I'll link that up above. But I wanted you all to know how important it is and what the nutritional value is of pumpkin. So I'll link that so that you can see it. Also, the pumpkin in this recipe also serves like an egg. It binds the flour and sugar and the butter and all that together. So we want it kind of dry because it will make the cookie too cakey if we leave it wet. So before I start to mix my butter and sugar and pumpkin together, I'm going to separate an egg because we're only using the egg yolk for this recipe. Now that the wet ingredients have been mixed well, we're going to go ahead and incorporate that bowl of dry ingredients that I measured out while my brown butter was browning. So let's get that mixed in. So before I finish mixing my batter together completely, I want to go ahead and add my 3/4 cups of nuts, chopped pecans, so that my batter won't be too tough. It will make a tough cookie if I keep mixing it so much. So I just want to mix it just enough now to get all the ingredients incorporated. Now I'm going to go ahead and scoop my batter out onto a cookie sheet that I have lined with a seal pat sheet so that they will not stick. And we'll get this done and put it in a 350-degree oven and bake it for about 5 to 8 minutes. Now we'll bake these in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 5 to 8 minutes. When the cookies are done, you'll want to pull them out and let them cool. And while they're cooling, we're going to go ahead and make a browned butter frosting. We'll use the 1/4 cup of browned butter that we reserved from before, a little bit of powdered sugar, and we'll add milk just until that frosting gets to the consistency that we want, which is a spreadable consistency. That is pumpkin spice. Everything nice. Yep, good. I'm gonna try a cookie, just the way, y'all. So I'm here with my taste tester. I'm gonna take a bite of this little cookie, and then I'm gonna give her a piece to see what she thinks about it. Miss Peyton. All right, hold on. Let me give it to her.
Yeah, now I'm gonna try it.
You like it? I think it would go really well with some coffee. You want to taste some coffee? I'm going to let her taste my coffee. You like it? Good. There you have it, folks. My taste tester said she likes it and she recommends you try it. I hope you give this recipe a try, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Y'all be blessed. Bye.